All right, everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dive in.
Okay, perfect.
Huh.
Well, today we're looking at LLCs
Oh, okay.
in a Washington state. So, uh, looks like someone out there is thinking about starting a business,
Yeah.
and they've given us some great material to work with.
Sounds good.
Yeah. There's this idea of like a Q&A
Mm-hmm.
with a Washington business attorney.
Okay.
So, all about the legal side of things.
Oh, I see.
And I'm excited to dig into that with you. All the ins and outs.
Definitely. It's a topic that, well, a lot of people
Right.
dream of starting a business, right?
Totally.
But sometimes the legal stuff can feel like,
Oh, yeah.
a real maze.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
For sure. And that's why we're here to break it down.
Exactly.
So it seems like our source material
Yeah.
sort of sets up this like hypothetical interview
Right.
with an attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and they focus on the most common questions
Yeah.
about, forming and actually running an LLC
Yeah.
in Washington state.
Cool.
But before we even get into like those specific questions,
Yeah.
something really caught my eye
Okay.
in the material.
Mm-hmm.
There's this mention of a service
Okay.
called Authority.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, you can form an LLC in Washington
Oh, wow.
for free
Interesting.
through them. Have you heard of this?
I have. I've heard of these services. They're becoming more and more popular, I think, and I can see why. Especially for, a first-time business owner, it seems appealing.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It can be a real headache to deal with all that paperwork
Yeah.
and the filing process. I get it.
But I gotta say,
Yeah.
free LLC formation,
Mm-hmm.
it sounds a little too good to be true.
Right. There's got to be a catch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So, what are some of the, potential downsides
Oh, that's a good question.
that you think our listeners should be aware of?
Well, I'll tell you, sometimes those free options, well, they don't include everything you really need.
Oh, okay.
Like, for example, a registered agent service,
Yeah.
which is actually, it's mandatory in Washington.
It is.
Yeah. Or, and this is a big one, they might try to lock you into their own, ecosystem
Yeah.
for other services later on
Oh, I
that you have
see.
to pay for. Honestly, I think working with a local attorney
Right.
could end up being, well, a lot more valuable in the long run.
Yeah, you get that personalized advice.
Exactly.
That's a good point. So let's say our listener
Yeah.
decides, okay, you know what, I'm gonna talk to an attorney.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of questions
Okay.
should they be ready to ask?
That's a great question.
Especially about staying, compliant
Oh, for sure. Compliance is key.
with all the rules
Yeah.
and regulations in Washington.
So definitely ask about things like annual reports, right?
Mm.
Washington requires those. And depending on your business,
Yeah.
there might be, specific licensing requirements
Oh.
you need to know about.
Yeah, it's different for everyone.
Exactly. And this is the best part. Imagine being able to ask them about
Right.
potential pitfalls,
Yeah.
specific to your business idea.
Wow.
No, that is invaluable.
That is huge. Okay, so what do you think is the biggest risk
Oh, let me tell you.
someone might face if they
Yeah.
don't really stay on top of compliance?
Oh, that's easy. Just imagine,
Mhm.
you miss a filing deadline.
Oh, no.
And then bam,
Yeah.
you're hit with penalties.
Right.
Or, even worse, you lose your LLC's liability protection.
Oh, wow.
That is not a good situation.
It's not worth the risk.
No, it's not.
So that's why this attorney Q&A
Yeah,
could be so helpful,
couldn't agree more.
because you get that expert guidance,
You got it.
and it's specific
Yeah.
to Washington state.
Yeah, and you're not trying to fix things,
Right.
after they've gone wrong.
Exactly. Be proactive.
Be proactive, absolutely.
Okay. So I think we've covered a lot of ground.
A lot of ground today.
Starting with those free LLC formation services.
Yeah.
And then, talking about the importance of
Mm-hmm.
getting expert advice
Yeah,
for compliance in Washington.
so important.
Yeah. So hopefully this deep dive has, given everyone listening a good foundation
Yeah.
to, think about
Yeah.
as they start their business.
And it really makes you think about how the legal side of things
Right.
will change in the future.
Right.
With all these new online services popping up.
Yeah.
I mean, will it get easier
Yeah.
to start a business, or will there be new challenges?
Complexities.
Yeah.
Totally.
That's something to think about.
It is something to ponder.
Yeah.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
keep exploring.
Keep
Keep learning. And we'll be back soon.
Absolutely.
Some more deep dives into the world of business
And beyond.
and beyond. See you next time.
See ya.